to introduce our next keynote speaker. Now, before I invite him on stage, please allow me to do a short introduction of him. Now, Christian Chua is a professional speaker and motivator. He's also a body language expert, entrepreneur, and author of 6 books, including the hugely successful How to Be a Success Magnet. Now today, Christian Chua is a leading corporate trainer and is one of the most highly sought after trainers in the region. So today he's here to share with you on how coming into the financial industry as an entrepreneur can change your life tremendously, as well as affect your lives of your loved ones in a very positive way. So ladies and gentlemen, please put our hands together to welcome Mr. Christian Chua.
Thank you, Ahmad. Very well done today. Wow, insurance people really earn so much, $500,000. What am I doing here? Okay, so I'm Christian Chua. I'm a business coach. I've done this for 16 years. I appeared in the papers today. Did anyone saw my photo on the papers? Heard me on radio. Read one of my 7 books. Okay, never. I'm deeply hurt, but anyway, if you want to know more about me, just go directly to www.christianchua. Don't Google my name, Christian Chua, because people told me if you Google Christian Chua, we'll go to Chua to come Christian Cemetery. Talking about cemetery, happy 7-month ghost month. I read some article quite interesting. A few things you shouldn't do during the 7th month. When you walk in the night, you feel the tapping on your shoulder, don't look back. You hear somebody calling your name, don't look back. The night, some people knock on the door, no open, could be men in white. Political joke. Okay, never mind. Okay, so, alright, so what I want to talk to you today is actually some financial skills. I have 3 kids, and there are 2 things that I tell them that's very, very important in life. One is, if you know how to talk to people, you'll never go hungry. If you fail in your exams, you don't do well, learn how to communicate, because when you communicate, just like the father can talk for a living. Quite sure actually. Because when I was in school, I used to talk a lot. My teachers tell me, hey boy, talk too much, I better shut up. The same teacher today got the pain to hear me talk. Okay, so the other skill I find is very important is called financial literacy. Because no matter how much you earn, if you don't know how to manage money, you're going to squander it all away. So that's what we're going to talk about today. While it sounds like very money-based thing, we'll keep talking about money. I want to tell you that I'm not a money-based, I'm just financially savvy. Money cannot solve all your problems. True? But money can solve a lot of your problems. That's true too. Okay? So while money cannot always buy you happiness, it will prevent you from a lot of unnecessary happiness. You realize a lot of people who are in financial need, they quarrel a lot. Yeah, they quarrel because somebody wastes the air condition in the house, or they have not enough money to send the child for doctors, and they quarrel over all these kind of things. Okay, so money, being financially healthy, can solve a lot of these problems, and it gives your family a lot of advantage. So I'm not asking you to say, hey, why you keep talking about money? Life isn't all about money. It's true. And this industry is not all about money also. There are a lot of wonderful perks, like meeting people, traveling, helping people. It's a mission actually. But one of those perks is to be able to make a lot of money. So we'll talk about that too. Okay. So money helps finance your personal interests, which could be you want a great family. These are the 7, 8 success facets that we are looking for. You want a career that you can get up in the morning and get excited about. I'm speaking to the guests right now, those people who are here for the first time. How many of you get up on Monday morning, your work day, jump out of bed and say, woohoo, it's a work day? Nobody, yeah? What do you say on Monday morning? Sian. Because work is defined as doing something you don't like to do, but you have to do it anyway for the salary. So a lot of us drag ourselves to work so that at the end of the month we can get a salary. For what? To survive. That's why Hokkien people are, I'm Hokkien. We see each other. The greeting is so demoralizing. What they're trying to say, still surviving, I haven't died. Social. If you got money, you can do nice things, go up to cool data. Last week I went wakeboarding, quite nice. A little bit extra money to do all these things. Recreation, health. Until you reach a certain age, you realize you spend a lot of money on health stuff, health food, juicing, things like that. Mark, is it Mark? Mike turning 40. Any of you can guess how old I'm turning this year? Next month? You can guess? 48 thank you. Really? 48. Want to clap for me? Ready, go. You have to know how to look young, how to remain useful, be very, very athletic. Every weekend, I watch football. Okay, anyway. Then there's spiritual success, there's purpose in life. Our purpose in life is, after you earn a lot of money, you start asking the question, what's life all about? That's why recently one guy sold his restaurant chain for 100 million, then he gave back a lot. Because, how much does a person need? Really? You ask Bill Gates at the end, he says, another 1,000 doesn't change my life. Right? So what they do, they have the Gates and Melinda Foundation, they give back to society. Okay? But where's finance? Finance is actually, money is actually useless until you do something about it. Okay, so it actually helps you achieve these success goals. That's what it is. So that's what I want to talk about. So when we say we are pursuing for success, do you know ultimately what we are pursuing? Is this thing called happiness. Do you realize that? What you are looking for is career goals, health, spiritual goals, recreation. At the end, it's about this thing. Why? Happy lah. Why you want the Porsche? Very happy lah. Why you buy the house? Happy lah. Why you marry that girl? Happy lah. Okay, so that's what we are actually looking for, this thing called happiness. So while money isn't everything, unfortunately, everything is about money. Election time right now. One of those big things they talk about is money. Everything about money. Life is so tough, life is getting more difficult. And it's true, it's true. So I ask all of you this question. Do you want to have the luxury to spend freely? When you want to buy that jacket, just buy, no need to think. When you walk into the restaurant, just go in. No need to think, no need to consider, because you're financially tight. You like to feel that way? Yeah? Yeah. So I want to tell you a good news today that everybody can be a millionaire. Fantastic. Very simple formula. Just save $1 a day and live for 2,739 years. You'll be a millionaire. It's too long. It's a joke, by the way, in case you're wondering. Effectively, we have only about 40 to 45 years of working years. 20 years old, you start working, up to 60 years old, you want to stop. Maximum 65. You effectively only have 45 annual incomes. So if now you're earning about 20 to 30,000, and you keep going onto this road, 20, 30,000, you only have 45 annual income, and then finish. So my dad's formula last time was slow and steady, don't worry, don't kanchiong, steady, you can earn your way up. Cannot work, and I will show you why. Okay? So if you want to be financially free in this lifetime, not in 10 lifetimes, but in this lifetime, there's this thing called the speed of progress. You must accelerate your speed of earning. Okay? And I'm not doing this because AXA hired me to say this. This is the same thing I tell my kids. My eldest kid is only secondary 2. I already teach him entrepreneurial skills. Really. Okay? So he sells things on the internet. He makes some money. So just now I was with them at IMF. He spent his own money. I want to buy one pair of Converse, $75. You got money? Got. Okay? Buy. Okay? So that's what he does. So the average person has about 45 annual salaries to collect. Now let's talk about inflation. Singapore's inflation, as said by the World Bank, is roughly like that. This year, a little bit depressed, so inflation rate is not going to be very high. Is that good news or bad news? Well, if it's 4%, it's a little bit high. If it's 1%, we have a breathing space, don't we? Well, I want to tell you something. Whatever they publish in terms of inflation, 4% or 1%, it is a basket of goods. It's about the granite which you used to build the housing, it's about their shipping rates, about so many things that don't concern you. What you are concerned is your personal inflation rate. What affects you most is your 2 biggest ticket items that you wish to buy. As Mike has said, it's your house and your car. an average Singaporean's biggest purchase in their life is their house and their car. True? So that's what's going to affect you. So that's what we want to track here, the inflation rate of the car and the house. So while normal pay hikes are likely to pack at least with the inflation 4.5%, which means if last year inflation rate was 4.5%, MOM will tell all the bosses, please give them at least 4.5% to keep up with the inflation rate. You heard such thing before? So you get 4.5%. But think about it, if you earn $2,000, you get 4.5%, it's $90. A lot, no one. And every year when you get this kind of $90, $100, $110, you say, times are getting tough for me, right? Employees in Singapore are likely to feel worse off. Why do you feel worse off if you are given a salary increase that packs with the inflation rate? So I'm going to tell you why. Okay? Because while government can say that the inflation rate is 1% or 4%, whatever, let's just track the COE price. In 2009, it was 14,000. 2 weeks ago, it was $60,000. It went all the way up to 90,000, by the way. Tuesday will be the next COE results. I'm looking forward for it to drop. My car has time to change already. This one broken, that one broken. Okay, so the inflation rate is 300% in 6 years. If you divide it up, how much is that? 50% straight line graph is about 50% increase every year. So how does your 4% pay for this increment? Okay, if you track the housing rates, and this one you can download from the internet, nothing here is secret, everything can be verified. In the last 10 years, housing prices have gone up by 300%. With the exception of last year, because of the cooling measures, it went down a little bit. But other than that, go and check with your parents. But 10 years ago, how much was our house? And then you check now. HDB, condo, landed property, whatever, is about threefolds. 3 times. The prices have gone up by threefolds. Great if your family have 1 or more properties. Not great if you have not bought. Okay? That's how scary it really is. Okay? Plus the new cars now, they want 50% down payment. Where's Irfan? Irfan was saying Toyota Corolla also cannot afford. Okay, so the Corolla about 120 grand. If you want brand new, they want you about 60,000 down payment. Okay? A bit tough. So, this is what an average person, if he works outside, if he starts around 2,000, some of you university graduates will start about $3,000. If you have 4 to 5% straight line increment, at the end you earn about 10 over 1,000 today's money. How much do you earn in your lifetime? Very simple. You draw this line here, length times breadth, half base times height. 2.7 million up to 3 million, that's all you earn in your lifetime. It sounds a lot. This is not how much you're going to save. This is what you earn in your lifetime. I'm asking you right now, with your current position, your salary that you're earning, are you saving at least 20% of your salary? That is the minimum I recommend as a financial coach. If you're earning more, $500,000, please don't save 20%. You don't need $250,000 even to survive a year. You can save 50%, right? So this is what you are earning in a lifetime. If 20% of this is only 540,000, you have saved. The rest of the money you have already spent on what? All kinds of things. Okay. So you take Syndicate for example. This is the housing price. This has been published. 1 bedroom, 798,000. 798,000. What happened to the interest rate that you need to pay? You realize if you loan for 30 years, you're almost paying double of what you loan. If you loan 1 million, you end up paying about 2 million in 30 years. Go and do the calculations. Okay? So with 540,000, how are you going to afford 1 bedroom? Can afford half bedroom. Or else find another spouse, 2 of you, share, can afford the 1 bedroom. When the baby comes, I don't know what you're going to do. Do you know how much price of a property you can afford? Roughly 80 to 100 times your current salary. So if you are single and you are earning about $3,000, you can own about a $240,000 flat. That's on the high side. The 80 to 100 multiplication is higher. Most other countries is 70. But Singapore we leverage shock until 100. Okay? So if you want to, a person that buys a $3 million property, if you divide by 100, the combined income of husband and wife should be about 30,000 a month. It gives you a good idea how much you need to earn to own a terrace house. Okay? 30 grand a month. Okay, so our parents tell us hard work is equal to success. That is the old school. Because hard work alone doesn't equate to success. Because the poor lady who's collecting the cardboard boxes, the empty cans, are they working hard? Yes. The poor guy who delivers a newspaper to my house in the morning, is he working hard? You know how much we pay him for delivery? $3 a month. 10 cents a day only. You mean if he works very hard, he can ever be at Francis standard? Or Mike's standard? Cannot. Hard work alone doesn't equate to success. That's why a lot of you are working very hard in your current job, but seem to get nowhere at the moment. I tell you why. Because hard work needs to be deployed, your effort, your hard work needs to be deployed into an area which gives you an opportunity to harvest the rewards. Let me give you an example. You can be a salesperson in McDonald's selling burgers. You can upsize every customer, but you're not going to get a 12-month bonus. Then you can move your sales skill up to selling something else like salt from a sea that's dead in the shopping center. But what kind of commission do you get? And then you can go and sell other things. But one of the greatest rewards is actually financial product. You realize that? Okay, I'll share with you one or two examples if I have the time to. Okay, so this outgoing MP said this: while wages may have risen, the cost of living has outpaced the rise in wages, and therefore it has become tougher for some Singaporeans unless they adjust their lifestyle downwards to live comfortably in their own country. And that's the outgoing MP for Ang Mo Kio in the GC. He's resigned already, yeah? He's my MP, by the way. Very good MP. But the pathetic thing here I'm seeing, very depressing, is that unless you adjust your lifestyle downwards, that is not the way champions talk. We don't adjust our lifestyle downwards, because when you adjust the lifestyle downwards means you cut back. If you read Robert Kiyosaki, it's never about cut back. Cut back means instead of wearing short sleeve shirt, go and tailor, instead of long sleeve shirt, go and tailor short sleeve shirt. Maybe you can cut back 10%. Instead of having a $3 chicken rice, you have $2.50 chicken rice. Quite pathetic. So don't cut back, because there is more than just one formula. Okay, you don't adjust your lifestyle downwards. You adjust your income upwards. That is how we advocate. I tell my son, you want to buy that stuff? Think of a way of earning the money. Wow, so he think. Very enterprising. Seriously. He's like 2, so not even 14 yet. The other day we went to Plaza Sing, and this shoe was on offer. It was 90% off. Wow, $15 only. So I put on, I said, I want one. I called him, son, do you want one? He said, no, I don't want one. I want all. Oh. I said, what are you talking about? He said, I know this brand, sure can sell on internet. I said, you sure? He said, yeah. He said, take all, about 5, 6 pieces. I said, you risk with your own allowance. I know previously, Daddy got it too how. I be your guarantor. This time is you lose the money, it's gone. You think about it. Worst case also, I can sell it back at cost. Wow, quite smart already. So he sapu everything. First day already he started selling. He sold all. So that's where he made his $20, a few. Then he made his own money. 13 and a half years old. Okay? So he don't adjust, during our time, can you remember our allowance very little? We want to save for something, you know what we do? We starve ourselves during recess. Do you remember that? Then hungry, do what? Go to tap, drink water, right? Hopefully the water can sustain, right? Quite silly, because I didn't have financial advisor like that. So I told my son, no, never starve yourself, very pathetic. Find a way of making money, okay? So you can adjust your income upwards. My question right now is, at your current state, are you getting poorer? Look at the red one. The red one is your current salary. But with your inflation, with the prices keep going up and your houses keep going up, you say, wow, from the 5-room flat now I've got to be realistic, go down to the 4-room flat. Now 3-room flat also okay. In fact, HDB 3-room flat is okay already. You know what? Last time was considered small, right? But compared to the Mickey Mouse box, shoe box, 3-room flat, quite luxurious. You see the aspiration change already. During my time, forget it, my 3-room flat, quite low class. When I got married with my wife, 5-room directly. Okay? Cannot think about 3-room dreams for the low class, but now different, the thing changed. Because the shoebox apartment, you go inside, they go out already. Okay? So, are you getting poorer because the inflation is just killing you? I'm not talking about that small 20 cents, 30 cents. Your chicken rice goes from $2.50 to $3, that's 50 cents difference. You say, oh, food prices went up 50 cents times 30 days is $15. That's not the one going to kill you. If your taugeh or bean sprout go up from 20 cents to 40 cents, oh, 100% inflation, no, unless you're eating $1,000 worth of taugeh. That's not the one you got to be concerned. You got to be concerned about big ticket items, your medical fees, your tuition fees. Tuition, I'm talking about your university fees and things like that. One time go up 20,000, one time go up 15,000. That's what you got to be concerned about. Okay? So are you getting poorer? This is what's going to happen as the time goes by, you see that many things are out of reach. This green one is the potential earning, the income if you are in an industry like this. I don't want to say that other industries don't have, but this is the industry we're talking about. An enterprise industry, an industry where when you double your effort, you get double the income. That's what I'm talking about. Okay? When you're working with your bosses, you double the effort, you don't get double your income. I'm going to show you that in a moment. Why my parents used to tell me this, it's all about budgeting. You ever heard that word? If you don't know how to save, no matter how much money I give you, it's not enough. But yes, Dad, you are right in a certain extent, but you're wrong in a certain extent, because this era, the consumption is different. When I'm talking about consumption, you understand what I'm going to tell you in a moment. Okay? You cannot stinge your way to become a wealthy person. Last time when we had a phone, this from Singapore Telecoms, $26 a month. One phone, one house, one phone. Phone ring, everybody rush there. Then if your brother is on the phone, hey, please hang up, wait, my girlfriend will call me. Okay, but right now, who cares? The phone ring, nobody answers. Why? Because everybody has their own. And every 2 years they change the model, right? Some of you 1 over a year, you'll change the phone. And this is if I have, my wife has one, I have one, my 3 kids have one. 5 no. Average of $500 to $800 per phone. So times 5. It's no more $26 rental a month. Okay? Last time we used to eat in a hawker center, we still do, but now we eat in food court, and food court prices are exorbitant. One plate of point food, $9. It's incredible. Each time I go out, just for normal family lunch at food court, okay, I dispense money like that. One $10 for my son, $10 for my daughter, $10 for the other son, go. Then $10 for my wife. $10 for my son, $50 for lunch. Food court. Okay? So that's what it is. And nowadays, restaurant, norm. Isn't it a norm? No big deal. Not like last time, right? Wow, you wait for your restaurant. Wow, waiting for the birthday. Go restaurant. Son, where you want to go? Swenson's. Wow, birthday, so happy. Then the waiter bring the firehouse special. Then the candle burn. Happy birthday. Now you happy birthday, you go Swenson, you better keep quiet. Don't tell people. Shy, right? You don't have Waifu data. You don't have Rochester. You don't rent one yacht, drink champagne. Don't put on Facebook. Huh? Why? The consumption is different these days. Then what previously didn't exist? Expensive TV, 60-inch, 65-inch. How many TVs do you have in your house? More than one, right? Most of you have at least 2, some 3. Okay? Notebook last time was a proper notebook, a 555 notebook with a pencil there you write. Right now the notebook is this notebook, right? Different. Last time 15 cents, now $1,000. Water. This is your water filtration system now, $5,000. Last time, take one cloth, just tie one rubber band, filtration system, right? Different, consumption different. Last time, ice kacang, 30 cents. Now, $2.50 with one durian puree on top, right? Now, Chua! Can't even pronounce the name, Lao Lao, Yao Yao la, Lao Lao. Yao Yao. Is it French? Spanish, is it? Spanish. Then, oh no, what drink is this? One day my daughter came back and she said, Daddy, I want to go to Starbucks and drink a Frappuccino. I asked my wife, what's Frappuccino? Coffee, Moro. Coffee, is it? He said, yeah. We go to the coffee shop, cheaper. Oh, my daughter don't answer me, glare at me. Chloe's daddy allows her to go to Starbucks.
Maybe Chloe's daddy's better than my daddy. Wow, emotional blackmail. Drink. Yeah, just now drink, don't eat what? Milk cow. Ice cream milk cow, is it? 5.50. No difference from the McDonald's dispensing 57. Cookies and cream. How much, sir? 5.90. And these days, your intern, how many of you have been on internship? My staff, my full-time paid staff asking why the intern can come in taxi. With a Starbucks coffee. Your intern salary is so low, you can afford a taxi with a Starbucks. And I asked the intern, how do you afford? Why do you buy a Starbucks when you can buy a cheaper coffee? And you know what they answered me? Because we can. Okay? And what previously didn't exist that exists today? Irritating all this, huh? Okay, so these are new, what we call taxes, new expenses. Now you go into JB, what's the cost? Go in, how many dollars? 710, go there, car gone. Wi-Fi, okay, Maslow's hierarchy of needs now the lowest, the most basic need is no more air and water, is Wi-Fi. I fly, whatever, all kinds of new expenditure. So if you're earning roughly about less than 3,000 a month, you are in the bottom 70% of Singaporeans. Okay, this career encourages you to do a lot better so you can be comfortable to be 10% of the wage earners in Singapore, around 12,000 a month. And we also inspire you to aspire to do something like 700,000 to be top 1%. Okay, so you see all those guys with those sports car and all those are not the normal executives. They are not the normal. They're either a business owner, some brain surgeon, some gynae, insurance people, financial people. Okay, no way you can pay with your few $1,000 salary with those kind of sports car. Okay, so think big. Think big. I just want to share with you this personal story, how my life totally changed. First, I was graduated from the poly. So when I came out from the poly, the principal sent a note congratulating us. Congratulations, mechanical engineering graduate. Your starting salary outside should be about $1,200. Oh, they're just being kind to tell us what we were worth. Unfortunately, we believed it. So all of us graduates went out there and asked for the same salary. So I went to Hitachi and after the interview, the Japanese asked me, "So, how much salary do you want?" And I said, 1,200. Oh. Then go to Sony, how much salary do you want? 1,200. Oh, everybody asking for 1,200. Why? Because that was what we were told to do. So 6 months later, we got our jobs, we came back, we compared salary. Hey, how much you earning? 1,200. How much you earning? About that? 1,200. I got a bit of transport. So around that, and we reached this guy. His name was Vincent. And I asked Vincent, how much are you earning? He said $3,500. Whoa! I said, you're kidding. He said, no. My starting salary is $3,500. So I wanted to know how he did it. Do you all want to know how he did it? Say yes. Yes. Okay, since you insist. I asked Vincent, how did you get a job that paid $3,500? And his reply to me was so profound that up to today I keep repeating in these seminars. He said, in order to get a job that pays you $3,500, you need to look for a job that pays $3,500. I said, get out of here, what are you talking about? I went home, I processed the information, and that's it. Our aspirations were so low that we believed people that we were worth $1,200. So we were looking at jobs here. And out of 10 resumes I sent, I got 9 job offers. And I was so proud. You see, everybody wants me. And he went up there. He started to look jobs that pay a lot more. Sure, out of 10 resumes, out of 10 interviews, he got rejected 9 times. But all it took was a person to say, you know, if you believe in yourself, we believe in you. And they gave him that job. And he was light years ahead of us. You understand? $1,200
times 4%, 4%, 4%, it takes me entire lifetime even to reach 3,500. And that was my wake-up call. And that was my wake-up call. If I continue in that track, I will still probably come here by bus. Okay? So that's when I started thinking big. And I became big. It was a complete paradigm shift. I said, that's what society thinks I'm worth. But I'm going to look for a job or start a business where it allows me to realize my potential fully. Okay? So that my life was completely transformed once I had that. Now, back to some facts and figures. So the engineering graduates now, this is the latest figure, is earning $2,105, the prescribed salary. So 1988, I came out with 1,200. Today, this guy is getting $2,105. Yes, there is a salary increase of 75%. So you pack this with something logical, like a house I was staying in. It was a corner terrace in Serangoon Garden, and I recall it was worth $320,000. Going to that same house now, you try to buy it, it's 3.6 million. Okay? So figures don't lie. You understand why the wages are not catching up with what you need to buy? You realize now, previously teachers can buy landed properties. Do you know there's an estate called Teachers Estate? Yeah. Okay, so landed properties are like, wow, for the elites now, right? Yeah. This is the reason why, okay? So let me compare the job that you are now in. What's the difference in terms of its structure? This, when you went for the job interview, they said, this is what we expect of you. They said, okay, this is what we're going to pay you. You said, okay. Then your parents told you, work hard. No shortcuts to success, work hard. So you double your effort and you ask the boss, did I do well? Your boss said, fantastic. Are you going to reward me? Yes. How much? 1 month bonus. When you come to a job like this, you double your effort, you straight away double your salary, and more. And more, because there's bonus and incentive trips. Sounds good? Okay? This is no trick, this is real facts. You can go and verify all these things I'm talking to you about. Okay? So what you need to do is to change your game. Because perhaps where in your job right now, you're being given a nice title. So you feel like an eagle among your peers in the office. You've got clerks under you, your assistant executives under you, so you're king. And then you come to a place like this, boom, you got hit by a jet plane. People like Mike hit you, right? And then the directors are sitting behind, boom, one day, easily $1 million a year or something. Because why? They are up there, they have many managers below them, below the managers have a lot of agents below them. So this is what you aspire. And life gets easier. When you go out there, life gets tougher. You realize the more they pay you, the more they want from you. Either overseas assignment, long hours, but here, more and more relaxed. Some of them playing golf. Huh? It's true, it's a fact. Okay? So this is what I want to tell you right now. This is your potential income. Those of you who decide not to do it today, no one's going to force you. No one's going to say you can't, you shouldn't do this today. But I just want to tell you one thing. What happens when you delay your decision? The green one is your potential income. Behind this PowerPoint is an Excel spreadsheet. So your potential income is this whole thing here. It comes to roughly, it's not carved in stone, but roughly a successful agent will earn 12 to 15 to 20 million in his lifetime. Okay? It gets better all the way to the top. Now, if you delay by 5 years, you say, let me go outside lah, I try lah. If really cannot, then I come back. Can. The door is still open for you 5 years time. You will still get this curve. But your curve is shorter. You know why? Time's up lah. We all got mortality. Remember I told you got 45 years only, right? So you start late, you got shorter runway. What did you lose? This amount. Okay? Your loss of income is that amount. You end up, instead of 15 million, you make about 7 million. You understand what I'm talking about? I started in an enterprise job at 23.5 years old. By 29, I was a millionaire. By 36, I was financially free. Then all my friends turned to me and said, "Wow, I should have followed you." Yeah, it's not too late. Not too late. Late, but not too late. Because at 40 years old, at 45 years old, your runway becomes shorter. You'll still probably be more well off than if you work for someone. I don't want to undermine your boss. Your boss has a good heart to give you the job, but I just want to let you know something. Whatever job you are, whatever post you're holding now, your output is more than what he's paying you. That's why the business can make money. Right? You're a waiter, you're a salesperson, whatever. If you're bringing in 30,000, he's not paying you 30,000. He's paying you 5,000. So he can take 25,000. True or not? So the company can progress. So the fact is this, you are already capable of making more money than you're paid. That's what I realized. No! I realized that. So I came out and I started my own brokering in some printing company. And my last drawn salary before I came out to do my own business was $1,800. And my dad said, "Crazy, got proper secure job you don't want to take, and you don't want to stay on, why you want to put yourself in risk?" I said, "My risk is only 1,800 at that time. Times 12 is less than 24,000. And unless I sell totally zero, my full opportunity cost cannot be 24,000, right? It's only 1,008. If I bring in some kind of sales and I do 1,005, my loss is about 300 only, right? Times 12 is about 3,000 to 4,000. It's a risk I dare to take. Whoa, what a great decision. First year I tripled my salary. And that's something you won't hear in school. You won't. Because the education system helps you to become good employees, to get the economy going. The rest of us here are what we call outliners. You know what's outliners? What people do, we don't do. That's why this is called a career center. Okay? So, what are some of your negative self-talk here? No, Mr. Chua, everything you say is correct, but you know, I don't know whether I can make it or not, because I've heard people say that this job, unstable salary, I need something stable, no proper working time, no proper office, have to meet people, come on, all these are positive stuff. Do you want a fixed salary? No, we are looking for achievers. We are looking for people who think they are underpaid right now. How many of you think you are overpaid, underworked? Most of you think that you are underpaid, overworked. We want people who think you should be paid fairly for your effort. Okay? So, unlimited potential income. No proper working time. So you like the punch card? You feel like working, you work. You feel like taking off, you take off. When Mike and us ask you come wakeboarding with us, come with us. Okay? Adventurous and non-routine, and you get to meet people. And meeting people is such a gem. So those of you who have read my book, Making a Fortune While Sipping Coffee, isn't that what we're talking about? Even sometimes when you meet people and you don't sell a policy, you have gained through speaking to him and his brains. Wow. My parents, bless them, they have the old pre-war mentality, have one job, stick to the end. So both of them work 25 years and 30 years respectively. But think about this. The same colleagues have the same mentality. So my mom works with 7 or 8 people for 20 over years. What type of conversation are you going to have? Honestly. Every day I see you for 20 years. Today weather hot. Qigui style. Wow, this is the mentality. This is the conversation. I mean, no offense. But I meant not Cao, but I mean, joking. So what I'm trying to say is, every time you meet people, your wisdom grows. Yeah? The exposure gives you that kind of wisdom. And in my association of speakers, we have this tagline: the more you learn, the more you earn. Okay? So that's what it's all about. And you ask this question, but my chances What about me? I know some people make it, and in every industry, some people don't make it. True, I agree with you lah. But I just want to let you know one thing lah. Who are you asking? Because there are negative people and there are positive people. And if you are a negative people, you will go out there and talk your way out of your own success. You will find 10 agents who have left the industry. And you ask them, why cannot? Why you left the industry? What do you expect them to tell you? Well, I made a lot of money, enough already, so I left. No one's going to say that. Okay, they are going to tell you things. It's going to be hard. You're going to lose friends. You're going to knock on door. The door open, they pour hot water at you. All those kind of things. Okay? Because you just want to convince yourself that this is not the job for you. Why don't you find 10 people in this room who are successful, making a lot of money, you don't know who they are, wait outside their class later, you know who they are, all those big class, you ask them, they will tell you, let me show you how it's done. Because that group of people didn't know how to do it. This group of people know how to do it. If they happen to be your mentors, you know what? This is one career that your bosses would love you to succeed. Is it the same in your own office? You become too smart, you become too bright, and you're cheaper than your boss, they remove your boss and they put you in his position. So he don't teach you everything. This is not the industry. This one they tell you everything, they teach you everything, because the faster you run, they also succeed. Does that sound right? It's a very good mechanism. So that's why I will always tell you that consider. America, is it a land of opportunity? No, Singapore is a land of opportunity. I want to tell you that. Okay? I tell you this few startling facts. Singapore has the most million of ultra high net worth individual per capita than any country in the world. 1.8% of our population has more than 30 million investable income. And in a few years' time, we will leave our second runner, which is Switzerland, light years ahead. Ours will increase so much that it will be 5 times the capital per capita of high net worth, ultra high net worth individual than Switzerland. You know what that means? That means there's a lot of money around. Singapore is a very affluent country with a lot of money. And Singaporeans have 2 favorite pastimes when it comes to investing: property and financial products. A lot of them got a lot of money waiting, thinking where to put. Okay, this has been the best time to sell financial products. True? Okay? So make your decision, because your life, who you are today, Francis, you made that decision, Mike, you made that decision, Christian Chua made that decision. It was that moment that we made that decision that completely changed our destiny. Our lives are who we are today are because of small and big decisions that we make. You want to take that sushi, you end up sick. Or that raw fish, remember the raw fish? You decide to take, today we stop taking because that's a risk. You decide to go off that hot air balloon, you take a risk. You decide to marry that girl, good. If she happens to be a good wife, fantastic. If you cannot the ang tiong one, too bad, okay? And one of those decisions is a career decision. Who you are going to be 5 years from now, 10 years from now, could be very well mean what the type of decisions you make today. Think about it. What's your maximum cost? What's your maximum opportunity cost? Make that decision, because who you'll be in the future will depend on the decisions that we make today. So I have a call to action, and I want to tell you this: being persistent, just like what Mike said, doing the same thing over and over again, you don't expect different results. And being persistent doesn't mean fighting in the same arena and doing the same thing over and over again. Sometimes being persistent in your financial quest also means change the strategy. Okay? So with that, I want to let you know that change isn't as difficult as the decision to make so. With that, I'm Christian Chua. I hope you gained something. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Christian Chua. Wow, amazing, huh? I have not laughed so much at, not as laugh at him, but laugh with him, in a speech so much in my life before. Now, there are a few things that really struck me. He spoke a lot about money, right? You don't talk about the inflation for the taoge, you talk about the inflation for the house and the car. Now, do you think that money can buy happiness? Anybody? Can money buy happiness? Really? No, how many of you here think money can buy happiness? Hands up. Okay, so the rest of you think money cannot buy happiness. Okay, never mind. I overheard on radio that there's one talk show, and these two
host on radio. He will ask you the same question to the listeners. Listeners, if you think money can buy happiness, please call in. So one fellow called in. He says he's a taxi driver. He said, hey guys, I'm a taxi driver and I think money can buy happiness. Huh? Then the radio DJ said, why? He said, actually yesterday I was at Orchard Tower, and then after that, the Angmo got into my car with a very young looking, very sexy lady. So I think, yeah, money buys happiness. Okay, anyway, that's a joke for those of you who understand. It's okay.